All right, so this is 3.2.2 baseline network traffic. Your end project is going to depend on you getting good baseline data. And what is baseline data? It's basically how this system should work on normal circumstances. And if you know how it works normally, you will be able to detect suspicious activity. So I needed to show you how to take a file from your virtual machine and move it to your actual machine. Okay, and there's two ways I'm going to show you. If you look, this one is going to be the normal way, and I'm going to kind of walk you through the directions that are in here. Okay, and then if that doesn't work for you, because some computers just hate people, I'm going to have a different way to do it, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so anyway, let me go through this real quick. So you're going to want to, have your notebook going in 322. You'll jump to that, and there's lots of questions here, and you really need to take the time to go through what each one of these machines does. So like read this, because this is the same thing as our water treatment plant at the end. So take some extra time. We're going to be working on with this setup and these IP addresses and these machines. You have to know what each one does. So read about what does target Windows 01 do. That's our machine we log into. What does pump PLC do? What does pump motor do? And what does Web 01 do? Okay, take the time to do that. I have a sheet on here where you're going to fill out on the back of it. You'll pick up a physical one in class, but on the back of it, on the front of it, you're going to be writing what information goes to what, but on the back, you're going to write kind of what each one does. Okay, super important for the rest of the unit, really. So you're going to, make sure you check your responses to these, recreate the diagrams, and write what each one does. Then it goes into some other stuff. You should be able to answer these too. Then it goes into this OSI model, which we talked a little bit about. Go through these slides. It's pretty technical stuff, but I wanted to show you how to get a file over to your real machine. So we're going to transfer something from PLC to pump motor, transfer something from pump motor to Web 01, and then from Web 01 we're going to read it from target Windows. So we're going to do a lot of those things. Alright, so I start up the machine, and I'm going to kind of pause here because I'm not going through how to just follow their directions. I'm going to go through these last steps at the end. So I'm going to pause this, catch up with the other stuff, and then really focus in on this stuff here. Okay, we're going to make this go to take it from your virtual machine to your actual machine. Okay, so this is like the first day, but I'm just showing you the end part because you can follow the directions, or send me a message if you're having trouble. All right, so I went through and I opened up Pump Monitor. I logged in with user and password. Remember, it doesn't show you typing password. You're really logging in. Don't worry. Hit enter. Think about what the purpose of Pump Monitor is. Then we get to this step. You're going to type all this command on one line. Sudo tcp dump your name. It's going to save this file, so actually use your name here. Remember when we did Wireshark earlier in the year? It made a pcap file, a p capture. So we're going to type all this, and this is the Linux version of doing a capture. Okay, so I'm going to pause, type that in so I don't waste the time here. Okay, so I was really careful on here. I typed in this exactly over here, and I'm going to type it. I'm going to hit enter. It warns you the first time you do a sudo command. Remember, sudo is I don't know if you know this, but sudo is a super user. It's going to make sure you know the password so you are an administrator, because you're kind of overriding it. And you want to provide the password for Pump Monitor, not that tour thing. You want to actually just type password. So then it's going to do this. You can look at what each one of those little things does. Like, what does minus W tell you? What does minus N tell you? What does minus S65535 tell you? What is minus I? What is not port? Okay, so we're going to do this. You're going to record that command because you're going to use this again. So we're going to type that in. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. Boom. I got to type password. Remember, it doesn't show me typing it, but I did it. See how it's listening? It's actually doing it. Okay. Open up another computer in our system called Pump PLC, and their login and password is Vagrant. So we're going to go to Connections. I already opened Pump Monitor. Now I'm going to open Pump PLC, which is another Linux machine. Okay. Let me do that. So we got Vagrant and Vagrant. Awesome passwords, right? Okay, it's thinking about it. Did I type it in correctly? Hopefully. Let's see if I did it. Oh, it did. Oh, did I? Yeah, there it is. Okay, it was just really slow. Okay, so I logged in there. It should be recording that I did this. We're going to make another dump. And notice it's important that you're saying baseline because we're going to compare this. This is our normal activity. We're going to compare this with weird activity later. So we're going to take a minute, type all that in again. Okay, so when I hit enter here, it's going to store this file, this PCAP file, and it's listening. Okay, so it's doing its job. So now we're running a TCP dump on both of them. So I got that going. So now we're going to go to target Windows 01 and establish another connection to Pump Monitor. So we're going to do an FTP to it. So let's get our Pump Monitor one going again. Where's that? Back here. Okay. It's already connected with running some TCP. So now we're going to go to make sure you're on the Pump Monitor one. And I'm going to type in FTP 10.2.0.5, which is the IP address of the other guy. Hold on. Oh, I missed a little something here. It says make sure you go back to the connections folder and open up another Pump Monitor one. So I'm going to go back here and go to connections and do Pump Monitor again. So it's kind of weird. I have two of them open. And this was user and password. Boom. Okay. So there it is. It's open again. And I'm going to do the FTP and then 10.2.0.5, which is not this one because here this guy's 10.2.0.8, so we're going to send it to the other one. Boom. So it's connecting by FTP, and then we're going to type in Vagrant, but we're actually on this. It's weird. We're on the Pump Monitor machine, and we're going to connect to the other one here, which is bizarre. Okay, so we're logged in with FTP. Crazy stuff. So I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to do ls. I'm going to make a log text. Okay, so I'm going to do ls. Then we're going to get pump_log.txt. Okay, it said transfer complete. That's a good sign. Okay, and then we're going to say quit. Okay, so we're going to quit this session. Boom. It says goodbye. That's kind of it. Okay, and then we're going to close that Pump Monitor session. So we basically just did a little FTP transfer. Say OK. And then, yeah, so we made sure the file was there. Close the Pump Monitor session. Did that. Now we still have some TCP dumps. We're going to do Control C to stop them. on both of them. So we're going to go to this guy, do a little Control C, boom. We're going to go this guy, Control C, boom. Okay, and then we're going to use the ls command to see that the baseline we said is actually made. See it right there? Boom, that's what I named it. Okay, and then on this one, I can do the ls, and this has more stuff, but there it is. There's my baseline. Okay, now for the whole part here, we're going to take this and we need to send it to, we basically need to get it onto our computer. And what's weird about that is right now it's on the pump monitor computer and it's on the PLC computer, but I need to get it onto this virtual machine before I can send it back. Holy cow, that's a lot of machine transfers. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to pump monitor. We want to steal this thing off pump monitor from our other computer. So I need to open up a PowerShell. Boom. Okay. And then we're going to FTP connect to pump monitor. Okay. So here it says an FTP to pump monitor, but it doesn't say how to do that. But if you look back up here, we did that right here. You just type in the IP address with FTP before it. So if I want to do that, I just go here and I go FTP, and then I type in the address 10.2.0.6 is my one I'm hunting down. Okay, and it asks for username. That's user. Oh wait, is it password? Hold on. Where is it? Oh, user. Yeah, I do have to type in user and password. Boom. So we connected by FTP to them, and we type in binary. Boom. Okay, switch to binary mode. So now I'm going to get the baseline file from pump monitor, and then we'll quit that FTP session. So I'm going to say get, and then the name of it was kgood pumpmon, kgood underscore pumpmon underscore baseline 1.pcap. Make sure I spelled everything right. It's right here. Okay. You're going to hit enter. I think it's doing it. Gosh darn it. If I did that, let me pause and type it again. Okay, I typed it again and it says transfer complete, which is awesome. Then I can type quit. Alright, so now what should have happened is I should have a PCAP file on this computer now. Where is it though? Let's go find it. By the way, you're going to do this all over again here with the other one too. And it says confirm it's there with the ls command. So if I typed in the ls command in my PowerShell, I now have this guy in here, which is cool. So now the last trick is to take it. I already took it from pump monitor. Now it's on target Windows 01. Now I need to take it from target Windows 01 and get it into my real computer. So here's how you do that. Okay, so we're going to open up my File Explorer and go to Users Administrator folder. And there's an FTP thing saved on target Windows. So we're going to go File Explorer down here. Hold on, I got to move this thing. Gosh darn it, let me pause this. So it said C, Users, Administrator, and there it is. See that guy? I need to get this onto my computer. It's really easy. It says it in here. You're basically going to copy the baseline. You'll do it for both of them, but you're going to take it into folder G on Guacamole RDP download. I think you can drag it, but let's see. So if I drag that into this G guacamole right there and downloads, boom. See how it bounced onto my, it's bouncing onto my actual computer here. And if I go to my real computer, where does it store it? Now yours probably has it in your Google Drive, but if I go to downloads, boom, you can see there's my pump monitor. It's on my real computer. So you're going to do that again with the other one too. I would just do them at the same time. That's one way. If this does not work for you, I have another way. It's on Thursdays, or it's on the next day lesson. So check out the other video the next day.